Hello my friends, John LaRuffa here with another Unbiased unboxing, and in this episode we're going to take a look at Boonlake, this game that just finally showed up. I pre-ordered it from Capstone Games. Let's see what's inside this quite heavy box and get started. And as usual folks, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can build up my fan base. With that out of the way, it certainly has a nice look on the front cover here, and I do like the fact that I can see at least what the game sort of looks like set up. You kind of see what you're getting. You got the dual layer board. I see the game board over here. It tells me what's going on. I like that. I like the fact that you can see, most of it, and that's cool. It tells you clearly about the time frame and everything else. So good deal on the back there. Good work. Now slicing open. Feels like it was packed in there, like I said, pretty heavily. Almost have a bulge in the front of it, so not sure what the deal was there, and that's why. All right, so got a little shifted in transit here. Immediately struck with the old bag of wooden meeples here. Plenty of different things. We've got some folks. Looks like, I don't know, maybe some cattle or something, some guys, some towns, the usual stuff. All looks nice and bright. We've got a satchel of bags here, or a rubber band of bags, which is good. Appreciate that. I have some of these, looks like stickers. I got to be careful to see what they're for. I'm not exactly sure. They may be, I know you have to construct the dual layer board, so maybe that's what that's for right there. Let's take a look at the card quality here when we open them up. Okay, it looks like we have a non-textured card. Hang on. All right, smooth card. Medium to medium thin. I would say you probably want to sleeve these if you're like me. They're not thick enough. They're not flimsy, but they're not thick enough, I'd say, that you could definitely not want to sleeve them. I do like the fact that they're readable here. The artwork, it tells you exactly, what it's worth, what you need to do with it. So that's kind of cool. I don't know much about the game yet. I just started reading the rules, didn't get too far into them today. But looks like you've got kind of a cartoonesque artwork, which should be fine. And very clear to see what the card either costs or does in the top, and how much the points the cards are worth in the bottom. So a bunch of different things here. All right, and I know that there's different time frames. Like this one looks like either a sunset or a sunrise. I'm not sure exactly which way you look at it. You've got the night cards here at the moon, and these are the ones where the sun is all the way out. So that changes how things work as well. So you've got that deck. We'll take a look and see briefly if there's any difference. I'm sure there's different cards in here, but if it's the same type of card, we don't necessarily have to go through the whole thing. Okay, so it looks like a lot more building cards here. All right. And finally this deck over here. Okay, starting with the mayor. Rancher, so these look like maybe more people, at least to start out with. Sheriff, Reverend. And then we're back into buildings here, workshop, oil operation, etc. All right, so I do like the look of them. Again, the cards aren't super thin. They're not super thick. They're right in the middle there. Okay, we have the rule book here. And as I was starting to go through it, it looked like it was fairly well laid out. I didn't get very far. I only got to this spot. So we'll see. We have to see how the amount of examples work with the amount of content, and if it's easy to read and figure out or not. They have a solo mode right here starting on page 15. All right, so there's a decent amount there. Then you've got overview symbols starting on 19. Tell you what the deal is there. And then scoring tiles. And on the back, how to build the boards. Okay. So, I don't know if this is going to be, excuse me, a game that needs player aids, but I didn't see anything on the back of that. We'll see. Okay, as I open this up, so we've got, these are connected here. So we're probably dealing with, maybe one side is, oh, you know what? I remember they said one side's for the solo player, which is most likely this side, and the other side is going to be for the main board. And I think what happens is that, yeah, these fold over, and then you stick them down, and then that's how you get your double-sided board, which is great because I think, and my experience so far with this kind of design is it keeps the warpage down, which I think is fantastic. So if that's true, and that keeps working out that way, I recommend that many game manufacturers take that approach. Okay, so we still have, yeah, it looks like, I'm not sure if there's a difference here in the solo sides of things or not. They look very similar. All right, so those are the four main person boards. Then we have this guy, which is attached but not a board here. This is just punch-out sheets. Okay, and we've got medium thickness here on this. The icons look crisp and easy to read. All right, then we have what looks like another action board here. Perhaps, yeah, that looks like something of that nature. So I'm going to want to read the instructions to figure that out. We've got some tiles over here. Again, that kind of cartoonesque artwork. More of the punch boards. More tiles still. See, that's why it's so heavy, folks. You got a lot of tiles in here. Whoops, let's punch that out. Lots of tiles in here. All looking good. And then finally at the very bottom, the game board. All right, so let's take a look at the board proper. On the back, we have an illustration of the front color in kind of a sepia grayscale kind of look there. All right, so that looks kind of nice, but the main event is going to be this board. The board seems colorful, functional. I recognize, when we were putting this thing over that there was maybe tiles to be built or something over there. Again, I don't know specifically the layout thus far, but I did read a little bit showing that you're kind of taking your boats down the river, and if you go down the river the first time, I think you go up this way, and then the second time you go down this way, and then you finish, and the game is played in 2 rounds. There's 4 interim scorings, so I got to figure out what that's all about, but so far so good. I like what I see. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and whatever you play in the future, I hope you have a great time doing it. Take it easy, everybody.